For the second year in a row, the twice postponed CARIFTA Games have been cancelled. The North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletic Association, NACAC, issued a statement on Monday saying that the COVID-19 regulations currently in place by host nation Bermuda made participation of under-17 athletes highly impractical. Bermuda was first set to host the Games in 2020, but CARIFTA was cancelled that year for obvious reasons. The 2021 Games were first slated for Easter, then pushed back to July 2nd through 4th, and then delayed again, ostensibly to August 13th through 15th. However, the NACAC statement issued Monday indicates that the Bermudian government's insistence that a strict 14-day quarantine for all unvaccinated incoming travelers was non-negotiable was the fatal blow for the sports meet. Many CARIFTA participants live in countries where vaccinations are only available to adults 18 years and older, which meant that under 17 athletes would have to commit to arriving in Bermuda 2 weeks in advance of the Games to be able to complete their mandatory quarantine and compete. Last week, during an interview with Michael Bascom on TalkSports in Grenada, NACAC President Mike Sands hinted that CARIFTA was still facing severe logistical difficulties.
So we have been doing everything possible to ensure that the CARIFTA Games goes off, and there's nothing against anybody's control. We had an information session with all of our member federations, as I told you, that we normally do. And last week, we had 2 weeks ago, I think, we had an information session where Bermuda gave its report, and its report was based on the condition as it were in Bermuda at the point in time, and the members directly themselves were able to ask a number of questions to Bermuda. Bermuda then was given instructions or directive, if you will, to come back to the membership with certain information that was requested to give all of the members a level of comfort. Once we received those reports, we will then now have to be able to make a decision as to where we would go in terms of CARIFTA, because we as the council and the membership at large, right, there's a certain standard that we have with CARIFTA that we want to maintain. And again, through no one's fault, but at the end of the day, we have to be able to maintain the integrity of the games to the best of our ability under the circumstances that we all face in the world. So once we've been able to review Bermuda's report, the council will then meet and we'll make a decision. I can tell you that we will probably be able to tell you that within the next, by the end of the week, certainly by this coming weekend, Monday or Tuesday at the latest.
In its Monday communique, the NACAC says that it was not prepared to host CARIFTA without the under-17s, who are the largest cohort of athletes competing at the Games. The body said that it would not host an event which, according to them, disenfranchises a significant number of young athletes. In last week's TalkSports interview, President Sands had indicated that he was hoping for other member countries to step up and offer a contingency plan for hosting, but it appears that that was not forthcoming. However, it seems that local athletic officials were blindsided by the announcement at the beginning of the week. Donna Rayner, president of the Bermuda National Athletics Association, said that the would-be hosts found out about the cancellation along with the general public.
So when we received an email, as Mia said, when everybody else received the email, the media as well, we were so taken back. I just felt totally disrespected. I felt totally disrespected because Mike Sands, throughout this entire process, continually said, we are a family, we support each other, we're working together. And I just can't see where what they did yesterday was a family supporting each other, and making these decisions together. So it was a complete shock. It was a complete surprise. I still don't understand why it was so necessary to make this decision the beginning of May.
We contacted NACAC President Mike Sands for a response to Rayner's critique.
I've been made aware verbally that there has been a response or reaction to NACAC's decision to cancel the CARIFTA Games. I am not prepared to get into a public tit-for-tat, particularly with a member federation. And so I have not seen the report, only what I've been told, but I can say this much. The NACAC position was very, very regrettable. It's not something that we wanted to do or that we took very lightly. circumstances that surrounded the execution of the game.
No matter what the glitches were in the timely communication of NACAC's decision to the local organizing committee, at the end of the day, it is the region's young athletes who once again will be denied their time to shine as a result of the pandemic and policies surrounding public health management.